Welcome back to Educator.com. Today's lesson is on classes. This is part 1. First, what is a class? A class defines a set of methods that an object responds to. It represents a container that holds properties such as variables and constants. We do this to say a class encapsulate a lot of different variables, method, objects, and that's when we say it represents a container. It can be reused. You can reuse it through inheritance, and you can extend it or subclass other classes. And every object is an instance of a class. So what we want to do first is just to create our first class. To do this, we use the class keyword. What that'll do is it'll create a new class in Ruby, actually. Also, what this does is actually creates a constant too. So it creates a new constant that refers to that class. So whatever name you give after class is the constant name and the name of the class. The name must begin with a capital letter. That's very important. So if you look at this class here, we have Hello World. Notice the first letter is capitalized. After that, it doesn't matter what the next letters after it are. They could be lowercase or uppercase. So to end that class, you notice we have our class here, Hello World. To end it, we just put the end at the end. That's the delimiter. You can also, like I said, you can use other things for Hello World. Notice we have our capital H here, but we also capitalize the next, the subsequent word. For our second word, we also have it capitalized H, but we also have it lowercase. And you can also go kind of hog wild and just put the whole thing as uppercase. Now, the convention is to, every time you do have a new word, you do capitalize that letter. So it uses that to separate everything. And that's how come you see for our Hello World, we have the W here, uppercased as well. So let's look at instantiating our first class. So what I have here is I have hello world.new, and it's creating its new object, and it's going to create that reference into this variable just called HW. So what happens is that new will create a new instance of our class. Of course, it's always like this. It's NEW. It's all lowercase. And that'll actually create our class and create it into memory. So after this, you can do a couple things. I can call the class method, and it'll tell me the actual class it's part of. So if I take my variable here, HW, and I call .class on it, it'll return to me this is part of the Hello World class. And I can also ask it, is it one of these classes? So using the is a method, I can say is a class called Hello World. And if I do that here, it's going to return for me true, since that's what we instantiated it as.